How you going, guys? Right, I've decided to make a new floor plan for the other side. Or pan, not plan, pan. So this is the start of me a floor pan for this, for in here. So basically I've copied that other side. I've started putting, so I want to put these in deeper. I'm going to do another pass on these shortly and try and do these a bit deeper. And I possibly will maybe do a bit more around this, make it a little bit deeper, but really I'm not sure whether I'm going to actually just cut it round through here and just weld it up to that edge, or whether I actually continue on and put a bit more depth in that and then actually fold that edge up. I'm just not 100% sure what I'm going to do there yet, still working on that one. But I've also cut the body drain hole and the plug. Well, I didn't push it right in there, but it will fit in there. There's going to be another one cut in here eventually, like the other side. I just basically do as close as I can to a mirror image of the other side, except for where the those two holes in are. I've added a little raised piece here, which is in the same place, to put the gas pedal in. So that's about that so far. I'll do a bit more work on it. I'll re-roll these, get these a bit deeper, like the other side, because they've got a nice big wide rib in them, and then I'll change the dies over and I'll start doing these other ones that run this way. I started doing this yesterday, but I sort of stopped, so I thought I'd carry on today and see if I can finish it off and then figure out what I'm going to do here, because I'm still undecided whether I'm going to take this tunnel out or not. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to have to replace this floor piece because I don't like it. So I can make this, put this in here, join it back up in here somewhere, a bit tidy, and get rid of some of these extra joins, and have a bit more of a figure out, so I can come along here, cut this out, trim this out roughly, and then I can come back in and trim it out better and get this fitting. And then if I do take that out, it's not a big job to cut it along there and rejoin it in. I wouldn't imagine, if I do happen to change this, I'm still in two minds to leave it there and just tidy this up a lot better and clean it up and grind it up and actually make it look a lot cleaner, especially on the underside. I'll climb down there and just show you, see if I can show you a wee bit better. Get some of this crap out of the road. So now I've got all the rubberized coating and everything off, you can actually see a bit better. Excuse the jiggling. Get down here, have a look. See, there you can. So you can see how they just joint this plate like this. Like, I don't like that. You know, and all this sort of stuff. You know, I just like it to be tidier. So at least if somebody looks underneath here, it doesn't look like it's been patched up. And the same in here. Just join this up nicer and make it look like it's meant to be there, not just slapped in there and a bit of weld put along it. Actually put a bit of thought into it. You know, and the same with these pieces. You know, actually I could probably go along there with the grinder and actually cut that and then re-weld it and join it together and get rid of the excess bits and pieces that don't need to be there, if you know what I mean. Like, actually make it look right. That's why I want to replace this, because it's just flat. You know, like I can put all these ribs in it, and you know, I've got to come along and fix these anyway. But if I've got a piece in there that's got all the ribs in it and it's joined nicely along here, and at least then it doesn't look half as bad. It looks like actually somebody's made a half ply attempt at doing it nicely, not just slap it together, if you know what I mean. So that's my plan for for this weekend. I'm going to start. I'm hoping that when I've made this floor, I've actually made it deep enough that I might be able to come into here. So I might be able to just, once I've get this piece out, I might actually just better bend the final edge of it up to join back up into here somewhere, so it's actually a bit cleaner on the inside. just make this a bit better, and you know, I can get in here with a hammer and dolly and beat it into better shape if I have to. So yeah, that's my plan. So yeah, even if I do take this back out eventually to put the correct tunnel in, if I go that step, you know, it's only a matter of cutting along here and joining it back in, depending on where it falls. But it's not going to be far away, and I'm going to have to do it anyway. So that's my plan at the moment. So we'll get back to you later on. Cheers. Right, how you going, guys? I've got this where I'm reasonably happy with it. You know, I'd like to have some of these ribs a bit straighter and tidier, but I was sort of doing it by myself. So, but we've got it sort of semi-trimmed up to where I need it at the moment. I've still got it. I've marked it where it fits in this floor now. I'll show you how I did that. So now I've got a dirty great hole here. So I'm going to be able to get rid of a lot of this. So I should be able to trim at the floor back here somewhere, and through here I'm hoping, and get rid of a lot of that. I don't see any point going back any further than here. Like I've trimmed the where they've overlapped this under here, I've trimmed that off. You know, I'll trim this up a little bit neater, and just trying to decide what I'm going to do here, where I'm going to join it in here, whether I cut this off down here and just overlap this little edge and weld it along the bottom and then along the top, and just put some sort of rust protection in there, and maybe some weld through primer on that edge. And then there's a double skin in here where the front subframe mount is, so we'll have to get that away and clean all that up and get that all sorted. So, but yeah, I should be able to cut it right back up into here somewhere and get this all trimmed up nicely, and that'll be a lot tidier. And then, yeah, I should be able to actually come back down through here and tidy this up. Actually, might better run the grinder down there and actually cut that join and clean that up and actually join it together a bit nicer, so it's a lot cleaner, and then I can actually grind the weld off instead of it being overlapped like it is. So that's, we're sort of part way there of sort of cleaning this mess up. So that'll do in the meantime. I'll do a bit more and we'll do some more. Cheers. Righty guys, so we're all but ready to put this back in place. So I've got this all trimmed out, sort of almost all ready to go. I've just got to do some final trimming on this edge, and maybe it's a little bit on this edge, ready to put it in. The other thing I did do is I got in here with a, let's get down a bit lower, I got in here with a hammer and dolly, and I just, because this was sort of pointing in and then out, you know, like it wasn't really sort of very well shaped, so I got in there with a hammer and dolly and I actually beat the crap out of it and sort of got it a bit better shaped. So at least now I can possibly just even put a bit of filler on it and just smooth it out, and it won't be too bad, just to hide any of this if I do happen to leave this tunnel in. So I've actually got it on this side anyway, and a bit lower. So that was sort of all really sort of kicked in queer angles, and I've actually sort of beaten the crap out of it and sort of got it sitting a bit square and more even, and so at least it's not too bad now. And I've cut all that excess ugly stuff away from in here, so at least now I can weld it on there properly and sort of hammer and dolly and get it all right and grind it all off smooth, and so at least that bit will be alright. So that's about what we've got done here today. If I hadn't run out of ass for being noisy with this bloody noise curfew and bloody neighbours moaning, I'd keep going and probably get it started welded in, but she's all ready to go. I've got the holes for the pedal drilled. So yeah, we're not far away from actually welding that in, and then that's basically done. And then if I do happen to chop that tunnel out, well, it's not hard to join the original tunnel in and blend it in with there. Like, you know, I've just got to slide it over top and whatever and cut it, and it's not going to be a million miles away. I do happen to go that direction afterwards. So at least all that floor will be all nice and solid and actually look like it sort of meant to be. As you can see, like, that's a reasonably good mirror image of that side. I've still, you know, still got to cut this other hole in here for that other drain plug. But at least it's got a drain plug in that bit of floor now and all that sort of stuff, so it'll look pretty close to factory with a bit of a tidy up and load it in there and grind it all off, and that won't be too bad then. It actually had that plate that was in there was probably overkill. Just go on here and show you. Like, it was that panel steel got 1 mil, but I think this here would be might be closer to 2 mil thick. So it's a good bit of heavy plate. If we actually need to make any like little brackets or anything, that wouldn't be bad for just making just some small brackets or something. So I won't throw that piece away, that'll come in handy. So that's about what we've got done today. Yeah, I'll just sit that back in there in a minute. Sitting roughly where it's meant to be, so somewhere about there. A bit of a tidy up, and just a quick trim in a few spots, and won't be far away. Hopefully by, I don't know, probably 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Or no, probably a little bit after that, because I can't make much noise until about then. So probably half an hour. I'm just bugging around and trimming and bits and pieces, and won't be far away from welding that back together, and that will be look pretty good. So we'll leave it at that now. We'll join these 3 videos together that I made today, and we'll probably post that up later on. Alrighty, cheers, see ya.